Hello, this is Ishaan, Shahane from Revsportz, and what fantastic cricket we've been witnessing. India women's A team versus England women's A team. Two fantastic matches. The third one's coming up. It's going to be a cracker. I've got Joydeep here with me. Let's dive straight into this. What do you think about the first two games, first of all? Fantastic cricket, all around.
Awesome cricket. So good to see the young talent that is there, which we don't always get to see because very few people watch domestic cricket. Most people want to see international cricket. So when they see the success of a Mandana or a Jaiswal, they're wondering where did they come from. But it's the system that BCCI has in place. It's not now. They've had it for years. This is one such year where the A-team women's cricket is so important because the WPL auction is in a few days' time. The WPL is in a couple of months' time. They'll be playing England now, the senior team. Then we play Australia, T20, one days, test matches.
It's amazing. It's amazing to watch.
Test matches happening after about 10 years in India. So everything headed in the right direction. Kudos to the BCCI for putting this on the plate. And if you look at the international, the senior teams of the men and the women, the Mandanas, the Shefalis, the Jemimas, they've all come through the junior system, right? If you look at the men's team, if you look at even the stars like Rohit and Virat under 19 India, Jaiswal and the new boys, they're all under 19 India product. So our system is so good, and it's always the nursery. If the nursery is good, the results on the board will always be good. And that is the reason why we haven't struggled for players. When Gavaskar sir was there, we thought, what's going to happen when he goes? SRT came. When SRT goes, Virat came. But Virat will ultimately go in a few years' time, hopefully 10 years, but whenever it is, there's somebody else who will come. That's because the system we have in place. I mean, we are playing a series against Australia right now, and we are seeing the amount of talent. I think, two of the World Cuppers are there. There are 9 new players in the 11. And look, we're holding our own. We won the series. So that is the importance of this season.
Couldn't agree more. Talking about the first game, I think two standout performances. We'll have a discussion on Kashmir's performance first. The English were they seem to be taking it away in the middle over. But those important 2 wickets, back-to-back wickets. I think that had a big impact in the first game. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. She was running away with it, the English girls, and then she came and then Shriyanka Patil came, got those wickets. And I think, kudos to the English girls as well because they've come from 1 degree to 30 degrees. It's A-team cricket, so they are not as experienced as the senior women are. They haven't been a lot here, although some of them have played here. Issy Wong has played here, and she was conversing in Hindi. Shukriya, kaise hai aap? So it's nice to hear. But in general, you're absolutely right. So the first game, England running away with it, India clawed it back. Yesterday, India again were looking like they're going to go away, and then in came Issy Wong.
Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what I want to talk about is having the temperament under pressure. The first game, Shriyanka Patil, and second game as well. I mean, it's just amazing that these players under pressure. Shriyanka Patil, especially in the first game, the way she handled the nerves. I think she gave away 5 runs in the first ball, and then managed, restricting them under 13. So I mean, fantastic.
And this is the only way you learn. Sometimes when we say that somebody is good, and how does that person get ready for the international level? These are the memories you fall back on. So now when Shriyanka Patil is bowling for the senior team in 2 years' time, then she will feed off this experience of what happened in the last 2 days and say that I did it again. What did I do? And let me just try and do that again. So that's the reason why with Bumrah, Shami, Siraj away, the second lot that's playing in the men's team, we're taking a lot of we are worried about how many runs we're conceding, but these boys are in the making. The Bumrah, Shamis have been through this. Now the next lot is the Prasidh Krishna, the Mukherjee, the Avish Khans are going through this. So similarly for the girls, what I love about them is the energy they have on the field. Really good.
Absolutely. What do you think went wrong in the second game, Like, was it just the pressure getting to the Indians by the end of it?
I think it was just Issy Wong was just brilliant. 15 of 35 balls out of nowhere.
That's no joke.
That is no joke, and it was clean hitting. And she says she bats number 11. It must be a really strong team because she's batting number 11 because she could really hit the ball. It's all cricketing shots. So good to see.
Proper shots.
And it was 15 of 35 in women's cricket, especially 18, is unheard of.
Absolutely.
That is, she really took the game away. In fact, the first game was going England's way. And India took it away, and just the opposite happened in the second game.
And what's amazing is that I think she's had T20 experience all around. So that must be really helping when you're coming into a big game like this and performing under pressure. I think that experience really helps.
I think she's been under more pressure. She's played probably WPL final,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
taking wickets
Yeah.
there. So when she comes over here, and that's what I was trying to say a little earlier by saying that once you play this sort of cricket a lot more, then pressure, you don't feel the pressure so much. You get used to the pressure. Pressure is part of it. You really know Sharma doesn't have pressure, Virat Kohli, but they don't feel the pressure anymore
It's about
because they do it every day. It's like going to work for them.
Yes.
So the pressure becomes a part of your journey, a part of your work, and then you don't feel it anymore.
Let's talk a bit about the WPL. Who are the standout players that you would have your eye on?
No, I think there are a few of them. You know, in the women's, the domestic season, some have done really well, so if you look at the ones that somebody like Mumbai has won the championships, if you win the championship, Railways lost. That itself is news. You know, Bengal beat Railways, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Mumbai who beat Uttarakhand in the final. Uttarakhand reaching the finals. How good is that? So I think there are loads of players that will come out from here and be in the auction.
Absolutely. And talking about talent, Charlie Dean, a promising youngster who was roped into the English side from a very young age. Do you think she might have something? Like, do you think she'll be big in this auction? Do you think she's gonna something massive is gonna happen?
I think so because she can bowl. She's got a lovely loop. She's the captain. She's very reserved. She knows her thoughts are very clear. And one thing is that they're so young. So when you go to a franchise, especially in the Premier League, it's all about how long you can be in the franchise, whether you're a 10-year player, whether we can retain you. So when you look at somebody who's captaining England at the age of 18 or 19, and as good as she is, you want to invest in players like this because they are long-term investments for you.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And from the current lot of Indian players, a lot of them aren't part of the WPL. Do you think some of them will be getting sold off at this year's auction?
100%. You know, that's the reason why the timing of this A series was excellent. So is, we are playing another few matches over there. There's a big, the third game coming up tomorrow, which could go either way. And somebody out of nowhere could come and impress. And that's the beauty of the Premier League, whether it's women's or men's. We've had players who have never played a state game and yet come to IPL and then gone on to play for India. Ashok Dinda in 2008 hadn't barely played for the state. He came and bowled in the nets, impressed people, played 14 games, the rest of history, played for India.
I think all you need at the end of the day is opportunity. And that's what a tournament like that provides. And a lot of players are really thriving on that. Absolutely, 100%.
And also it's easier probably to make your inroads into something like this through some trial than play for state. Because state playing is very difficult, especially if you're in a strong state like say Bombay or UP or Bengal or Punjab. It's not easy to play in the 11 or even the 15. But if you can impress in the nets, if you can go to some franchise somewhere, you have one good day, your life is made.
And do you think there are any special Indian players that we ought to look out for in this auction?
No, I think all the young ones, they've impressed me tremendously. I think most of them are already there. But if I have a look at the young ones that are coming in, they're really good. And it's all about also them getting used to the pressure, performing over there. It's not an easy place to play cricket. Mumbai, they know their cricket over here, the red soil. And I was more impressed by the English because these conditions are totally alien to them. Most of them are on their first trip. And yet, they were in Oman for a week getting ready. So kudos to them, and I'm really looking forward to this the third game tomorrow.
Perfect. A word on Mannat Kashyap on the Navy bowler?
A few of them. Mannat Kashyap is there. I think Saikia from from Bengal. So I'm really excited. And bumped into Amol Majumdar, and he was talking about how excited he is. He's just become coach, and there's so much of cricket coming on. There's 3 versions of cricket coming on for the women, England, Australia, the best in the world are here. Really exciting.
Really excited. Joydeep, any closing comments before we end the segment?
No, I just want to say kudos to the BCCI for this endeavor that you have. Keep it going. Let the men's cricket, women's cricket thrive in equal capacity so that we can both rule the world in both. We just lost a final, I know. Being the WTC runner-up 2 years in a row and the World Cup 50-over runner-up is not such a bad thing. I know we are all disheartened, but the sun does come out tomorrow as it has the day after the final. And being the runner-up in the World Test Championship 2 years in a row, and again the World Cup is not such a bad thing.
Well, there you heard it. Nothing more has to be said. To follow more information on sports, follow Revsportz. Thank you so much for joining.